Hello and welcome to this episode of TGIG TV Reviews with me, GreyHunter. This episode we're going to be reviewing episode 3 of Strike Back Shadow Warfare. So we're introduced to a new character in the opening little cut before the credits roll. At first I had no idea who he was, but I concluded that he must be Leatherby, the guy Sebastian Grey told Dalton about in the last episode's scare story. That dude makes one hell of an entrance.
Harry must trust you very much to have let you carry this message. You are to be rewarded. Right here. Kaboom. Lunch?
Kamali meanwhile is meeting up with a fellow called Amir. Unluckily for him, Amir twigs that something isn't quite as it should be, and Scott and Stonebridge are forced to try and extract him while Hezbollah does its level best to kill them all. Amir gets shot and they have to blackmail him, but they do get some interesting info. Apparently Al-Zahari is coming across the border.
He's coming from Syria.
Dalton, upon hearing this news, goes a little bit further down the rabbit hole and she orders Kamali to wear a wire when he goes to pay Leatherby. Apart from this being a ridiculously stupid idea, Leatherby's clearly a psychotic, but Kamali doesn't really have all that much choice in the matter. Stonebridge and Scott hang out in the hotel bar, and Leatherby offers to buy Stonebridge a drink. He also offers him a little something else. They share a Kipling moment of old soldiery before Leatherby heads off to his meeting.
AWOL, soldier. Lucky escape. Tell me this, tell me that. How's your fucking soul?
Kamali presses Leatherby for info, but he's unable to really get anywhere. Leatherby's boyfriend, on the other hand, has annoyed him enough to get shot and the waiter killed. Don't cross the crazy Scotsman. Understandably, after this episode, Kamali wants out, but Stonebridge and Scott can't really just let him walk away. Further complications arise because it would seem the CIA file neglected to mention Kamali has a daughter. He'd sort of prefer it to stay that way.
File from the CIA didn't mention anything about a kid.
And I'd appreciate it if we could keep it that way.
Fortunately, they've got another lead. After patching up Leatherby's boyfriend, he tells them the time and place of Al-Zahari's arrival. Though, to be fair, it wasn't really his choice. Dalton can really be persuading when she wants.
There's an airfield outside Keflaya. James uses.
Scott and Stonebridge head out to the airfield, but they get made before they can take Al-Zahari. Stonebridge falls through a roof and manages to cut himself on God knows what, but it doesn't look all that healthy. They take a quick trip through a minefield. Scott insists they'll be fine. All the mines are gone.
There's no mines here, Mike! You must be on no side! No! I think they missed one! No, they missed two!
Grenade presents for everyone! Unfortunately for them, it turns out that it wasn't actually Al-Zahari at all. Instead, it's some Syrian lady who's the daughter of the finance minister. Suffice to say, Dalton's not too pleased. And of course now Leatherby knows that someone betrayed him, and with his recognition of Stonebridge and Kamali's questions, his first thought logically goes there. A little unfair on old Leo, but it does make some sense.
You and I have had the same fortune cookie.
I need to know when and where it's coming.
Locke arrives on the scene back to get his boots dusty again and relieves Dalton for cause, putting her on indefinite leave. It would seem that she's been hitting the morphine a little too hard as a result of pushing herself this much. Turns out she also kidnapped Sophia, the Syrian lady. This is so not going to end well. So what was good about this episode? Well, I love Leatherby. He looks like he's going to be a fantastic villain, and I love the way that, unlike a lot of social media, the only attention given to the fact that he's gay is that it allows the good guys to find out the info they needed in another way. The actor playing Leatherby is fantastic as well. He manages to make you think that this guy is really off his rocker insane. I expect only good things from this fellow, and it'd be awesome if him and Locke had to clash at some point. Overall, it's a good episode with some interesting plot development, and for only the third episode in the season, I'm very impressed with it so far. So I'm hoping that next week they have an even better episode, though it seems hard to top this one.